It's been a while since I've videoed. It's been busy. Coming down to the wire. Other cars, are coming down to the wire. That's got to go out next month. I'm not working on that one. My mind is focused on that one over there. 63 still sitting here. Just a lot's going on. Work. I do have a full-time job. Plus, I got another car going, a secret car that eventually video will come out on it at my shop, which I don't get to work on it very often. I ain't worked on it probably 2 weeks. But anyway, I got a lot of progress, so let me show you what we got done. Well, since they're aftermarket doors, they don't have no holes in them. So I had to take the other door and take me some tape and make me a pattern. And what I done was I just marked my sides, got it even with the bottom, then just took me a grease pencil, marked all my holes, see, and then I done the back hole too. Now I done these back holes first so I'd have a lineup guide. That way I knew these here would be somewhat in line with this. And can't put the molding on yet because I've got to put paint in all the holes where I drilled for the molding, and I'll also caulk the clips and the rivets because these don't have the little knobs to hold the clips on, so you have to use these little rivets when you're doing the aftermarket stuff. So but there that is. Now since I put cab corners in it, I also had to do that one too. So that's what I've been working on. And we done some Zeus fasteners on Daniel's car. So I got a nice little unibit that was perfect size, and then 1/8" drill bit for your rivets. That's what we had to do. Like I said, I'm gonna put some paint in these holes, let them dry. I'm gonna run to town and get some wheel well molding screws, because the ones that come out of it, anybody's took wheel well molding screws out before, they're a booger. They get corroded and rusty, and they Phillips heads, and they won't come back out. But we should have all this chrome on today. Should even have the fender done and ready to be set on. That's my goal. So we'll run to town, get some screws, we'll be back. Hopefully we'll have some finished product. All right, well, we got all their moldings on. We got the fender set on there, but then I forgot I gotta put the splash guards up inside here. So I gotta take the fender back off, which is just sitting on there, bolted. But got all that on. Got all the lower trim on. Caulked up, sealed up. This whole side of the truck is pretty much put together. Wheel well moldings on, front's on too. That molding, I've got an idea to clean that up to make it shine. I have an idea, but it's going to be something he'll have to apply every time he wants to clean it up, go for a ride or whatever. Because that stuff ain't cheap. That's why I've been trying to find stuff used without buying it all new. It's in good shape. And I got to find another piece, because as I was getting the lower molding ready to go on, it had been wrecked in the bottom corner, and I had thought just the fender piece was bad. Nope. And got this part here, so I've got to see what I can do with that. But I do have the upper molding on. I would have had this side done if that piece was good. Got the cab corner on. It's hard to, it's kind of tight over here in this corner. But see, got it on. It looks like it's crooked, but it don't. It lines up with the door molding. Yep. But there we go. Got this piece on. It's looking good. Alrighty. We've got to get this figured out. I'm worried about that. I got everything. I'm waiting on a clip for this front piece of molding right here. And then we can assemble the fender. I remember in one video, I think I said I was going to paint this black. But I had extra paint in the gun. and it was already primed and etched and ready for paint. So I went on and painted it anyway. So help protect it. So all right, and I got that wheel well molding's damaged. No, that one's not damaged. I only got one wheel well molding that's damaged, and it's this one back here. I don't know. Y'all give me a comment on here and see if you think it's worth putting on. I'm trying to find the used one. See that it's creased up right there. It's supposed to look like that. But if you'll gander back, so I tried beating some of it out. It's just not going to work out right. It's creased up. Got a little dent right there. Other than that, the rest of it's in good shape. Just needs cleaning. I haven't washed it up or nothing. But and I have an extra front piece of molding that I'd got off a truck that I got the molding I thought was damaged. It's kind of rough. I decided not to use it. The anodize is really tarnished on it. So we didn't use it. So these two pieces here are extra if I can find other stuff. So, all right, there's my templates I made to do my doors. Worked out good. Old stripe techniques, tricks to get alignment and all. Worked pretty good. So it's the edge of my door. That's where your studs go. You just line them up and lay it on there and pop the holes. It's back on right here. So, all right. Getting there, closer and closer. And then we got to start getting her running. Oh, I still got to put the seat belts in. Get the step plates on and the interior be done. Oh, and I'm gonna repair the steering wheel. So I'll do a video on how to repair a steering wheel. All right, the Ford is pretty much, I've actually been fighting brakes. Oh my gosh, I hate drum brakes. But we had some wheel cylinders leaking. I didn't want the customer to go out with shitty brakes. So, which I've already placed rubber lines, master cylinder. I might as well went on and replaced the rest of it. So, we have the front, we have the rear going together. Drum brakes, everybody that's worked on drum brakes, oh, they're fun. So anyway, I got that going on. We do have all the trim on, and we do have, and I said I'd make a video of the steering wheel. I didn't, but I do have a picture of it in the process. Here's the finished product. I haven't got the steering button in it because it's still, I'm letting it cure out before I go trying to mess with it. I mean, you can hold it. It's all good, but anyway. Seat belts, I said I'd do a video on that. Seat belts, pretty much, you take the headliner out. These old trucks, I'll take this trim down. You take this trim down, and that one screw right there, it comes down. And then you can get inside the B-pillar, back inside there. And I used I had to order some plates that you rivet to. I used this kind of wire. It's a florist wire. It's really weak, but it's strong enough to hold it, because twine, I wouldn't be able to move it around. That gave me an opportunity to kind of move it so I could line it up with the holes, so I could rivet them. But the seat belts turned out good. All the interior's done except for putting the horn button on. Like I said, I'm letting that cure. I do have a brake light problem. All the other lights work. Everything works except for the brake lights. I don't know what's going on there. I haven't got to that point. But here is how these things go in. See, they're riveted in. I'm gonna touch them up after I get details. See, there's another rivet underneath. You rivet it on top and bottom. Well, you bolt it in with the big bolt. Once you get it down in there with your twine, then you put the big bolt in, tighten it up. You don't tighten it up. You get one rivet started. And then I did have to run a drill bit through that bottom one just to kind of get it lined up a little bit. I mean, it was just a hair off, just enough I couldn't get the rivet in. That, and then you put the plates in the back underneath, and then you bolt it in under there. they're really nice. They really work out good. They're neat and clean. And I did have to make brackets for these because they weren't quite tall enough or long enough. You can see the little L bracket I made right there. But that's them. And they go up, you go up just enough, and you got the seat goes back. Boom, there they are. Still stuck out. You got the third seat belt. All right, and I did get the hoods shutting awesome. And I did get a brand new front bumper from LMC. MPD didn't have one, or Dennis Carpenter, neither one. I got a new front bumper on it. Looks very nice. The one I had, I hate to say it, but I lost it. So the hood shuts really good. I mean, one hand. Well, I say that. Let's see here. I can't shut it with one hand because it's so damn, it's got such good springs. But anyway, if you don't be careful, you'll sling it up. But I got all the marker lights working. Got all the molding and trim on. Everything worked out good. You remember I said I had to make holes for all this. So got all that done. All the front trim's on. I still working on brakes. I got the tailgate shutting really good and really good. And I detailed all these little brackets and all, and these stuff here. I could have bought it brand new, but these were in good shape. They're just a little rough looking. Cleaned them up, blasted them, painted them. Put, like I said, put new shoes on. I have new brake rotors and all here. I will show you them once I get them going. And that's it. Oh, and the 63, I haven't showed it much. Dad has really been working his butt off. Now he's gonna paint all this, but we've got to get, he's gonna paint all this, but we have to get, we're gonna put a dual master cylinder on it with residual valves so that the rear brakes won't lock up on it. Because you can't get rid of the drum brakes. They don't make a kit for it. There's nothing you can do, but we don't want to get rid of the original hubcaps. These are 14-inch wheels. If you go to disc brakes, you have to go to 15-inch wheels, and we don't want to lose the original hubcap, which is right there. So he's working on a guy we're talking about getting a new dash cover for. We have decided, like I said, we was going with Rainbow Air, and that's the air that I put on a Ford truck years ago. It worked out great. So that's the deal with the 62 Starfire. And the new radiator module is in there. That is really nice. Boy, that's a nice one. We're gonna put one in the 63. Like I said, 63 runs. Daddy's drove it one time. He wants to bleed the brakes Saturday so that he can drive it a little bit, clean it up, and enjoy it. It's been a long road. I think we're fixing to take the Ford for a ride, and I still got to do some adjustments on the carburetor. So it's going to be a little sketchy at first. I think you just need to get some heat in the motor, adjust the idle air screws, you know, check for vacuum leaks, make sure there ain't nothing major wrong, you know, with the carburetor area. So let me show you what I got done. All right, we've got new brakes all the way around, rotors, pads, wheel bearings, wheel cylinders, drums has been turned, new shoes. Hardware was good, so I didn't have to worry about that. I do have the steering wheel done. There's the new front bumper I put on it. That really made the front end. It really made it look good. So I've got the breather off because, you know, I just need to run it and see. I may have to adjust on it while I'm driving it. Let's show you New steering wheel. Look at that. It's not new. I refurbished that steering wheel. I refurbished that steering wheel. She is turned out pretty good. So we are, I think, ready for a road trip. I got stuff in there so we don't have mats yet, so I just got that in there for me. And I still need to get the pads for the pedals. I haven't done that yet because that really looks gaudy. It looks like an old farm truck. So there's the interior. Seat belts, seat. Looking good. Looking good. Alright. Bed liner. Gotta get it cleaned up. I've been stepping in it and stuff when I was cleaning up molding and everything. So, alright, let's got all the lights working. Got all the lights working. I think we're ready to roll. See what we got. It's a 3-speed, so it might be a little tough for me to try to video.